this video I will be making a GoPro tutorial for beginners, so anyone that's kind of struggling on how to use GoPro Studio or just has never tried before, this is a video for you. So to start out with, I'm assuming that you know how to download it and you know how to open up GoPro Studio. So once you get into GoPro Studio, you're going to come up with this screen once you create a project, and you're going to have to import new files. So just choose whatever file that you would like. You can choose as many as you'd like. A lot of the really good videos have many clips in them, but for now I'm only gonna do this one just to show you how to split the video and to edit it. But so you're just gonna hit this import button, pick it, and then add clip to conversion list and convert all. And depending on how large the file is, it's going to take a certain amount of time to convert it, and I will see you when it is done. Okay, so now that I have the video converted, it's very easy. Once it'll be all converted over here, you can click proceed to step 2 or edit up here. They both go to the same screen. And then when you first things first, you're going to take your video and drag it down into the timeline. And then once you click play, it'll start already. Alright, so basically first things first, I'm gonna teach you how to split a video. Alright, so I just want to take out the first intro. So I'm going to find where it changes and then click this button to the one that's furthest to the left that it says split the current clip. So now I have my intro and I have my other video where I talk. And by the way, this was my last YouTube video that I posted. So say I want to just delete the intro, that's done, because I just split the video, and then to delete it I just hit the delete button on my keyboard. And now a very commonly used editing tools are the mark in, mark out. This is how you can just remove and change clips at the beginning and the end. So basically I'm just gonna split this video in half, which I already showed you how to do. Say that I wanted to take out a clip in the middle of the video, I would split it before that clip happens, but at the start I would just split it before it happens where I want to edit it at, and then I would go to the end point where I want it to, which point I want to take out. So basically, if you look down in the timeline, once I split it, this will be the first part that I'll take out, and this will be the ending. And since my yellow line is right here, this is how much it'll take out. It's the same thing as up here with this yellow line. Changes how long the video is compared to the whole one that you split. But say I want to take out this much of the clip, I'm going to click mark in because that's going to start it at that point, and I just took out about 20 seconds of my video there, which you can always get back by hitting Control Z, but I'm just going to do that again. And then the same thing goes with mark out. Say I want to delete the end of my video because I just don't want to. Thanks for watching. I just don't want an outro because I think it's weird. I'm gonna click mark out. Basically now I have my newly edited video. Another thing that's really cool is the next edit point button. So say you want to go straight to your next video clip that you just split, and you don't want to find the perfect point in the middle. You just click this next button. It gets you exactly to the next clip or the previous one. And then the back arrow and the step forward and step back, those are very handy tools when you're cutting out something, because they basically, what they do is they go by like 1 millisecond every time you click the button, and so you can get very fine-tuned editing. So say I found the perfect spot, but I was only 10 milliseconds off, and click this button, and then see, once the loading bar right here just popped, maybe once it just like disappeared, maybe that's where I want to edit it at, and where I want to cut it. So I'm gonna click, see, I just made a mistake there. It's supposed to be mark in, so I would just hit Control Z back to normal and then mark in, and I just deleted that out of the clip. And now another thing is how loud you want it. So this is just how loud it's gonna be when it plays back, when you're watching it right here, to see what you've edited. Then the full screen, mine usually isn't high definition for some reason. Alright, so those are some basic editing skills to know. If you want another way to cut it, I already showed you the way where you can click mark in, but as you saw right now, that changed this. It's the same thing. If you drag, this little white diamond, this is where the video's playing, but this little yellow box right here, if you drag that, that also is cutting in the video, and it's starting at a different point. So my video just got tremendously shorter. And so you can use these the same way. If you remember earlier, I cut out the ending, which is basically just moving this yellow bar to where I wanted to cut it out. So those are some basic editing skills. Now I'm going to show you how to add music. So just click the open the media button and find what music you want. Just drag it down into the timeline, and now it'll start playing. And it acts the same as a video file. You can just split it into two and just do whatever you want with it. And since I already have audio in my video file, I can just click this button right here, which takes all audio out. Now it's only music. You might notice that we have a little bit of a problem. It's playing way too loud. So to change that, I'm just going to go to the level, and I'm going to bring it down to about -30 is about good. That was with the audio. That was with the video, sorry. Now you notice I could overlay myself talking in the background and the music wouldn't interfere, so this is very handy. Basically how loud the music is, and then fade in and fade out are very useful when you have an intro. So right now I'm going to show you how to make an intro. So just click the title button here, and it's going to start out with probably just a white background, but you can just go to the title properties over here, delete the title, and put in whatever you want. So I just said how to use GoPro Studio tutorial. And now, as you notice, it goes off the screen. So one way to fix this is to just find out where I want to put a second line and click enter. But also the size is very important. You can change the size by going to this little slider or changing the number. or you can just go one at a time by clicking these arrows. Now the background color is very useful. I usually change that often. Right now it looks like a bumblebee, but oh well. So these presets are very useful. I would definitely use them. I usually use the Reddit one, which basically puts a red background white, but you don't always. This is basically just the format. You don't need to keep the red background. So to change that, just go to background, change whatever color you want. Say I want a sky blue color. I'm going to go about right there. Now I have a sky blue background, but I can also go and change the stroke, which is the outline on the words, see, and you can just mess with all the stuff. The fade in, I always use that because it just fades in the video, which you can do the same thing with the music. But say I like this title, maybe I want it a little bit larger. Alright, so now I'm going to take this title over here and I'm going to do the same thing, drag it before my first video. And see how it fades in and then it fades out again. So that's the title for you. I hope you like how to use that. Which the music can also fade in. Let's see if it worked. So the music is just at a set level. Say I want to fade the music in as well as the title. What I would do then is I would just click music and see how there's, once I go to the end, there's a little double-sided arrow where I can drag it to what I want. I can drag it to about where the end of the header is, or the title, and then I can do fade in, fade out for the same amount of time, and it'll make a really cool effect. Now let's watch it. I'm gonna make it a little louder because it's an intro. So there's a very cool effect that you can add. There's just so many features that I just don't have time to cover them in this video. But some basic ones are zoom, if you want to zoom out on the video, or zoom in. And then if you want horizontal, vertical, pretty self-explanatory. Just moves it up, right and left, up and down, stuff like that. And always, these are the presets, these are what they're usually at. So if you just change something that you don't like, you can just go back and just type in 0. And then this is a 4x3 wide, just different things that are used to export the video. But another thing you can do is you can change the image. So you can mess with the exposure, which, unless you really know what you're doing, I wouldn't mess with it too much, because you can see how drastically I just changed this image. So I'm just gonna change this all back by clicking Ctrl-Z a bunch of times. There we go. Because I am not an expert. I have done some Photoshop skills, but I've done some things in Photoshop, but definitely not my strength. Another very cool one, say you have an action video and you want to make it slow motion, all you would do is just slow down the speed very low, and that pretty much just increase the video by about 20 minutes. Not 20 minutes. Oh yeah, it did. It was 6 hours now. As you can see, when I did the time as 0 or like maybe 1, it made it 6 hours. That's how drastically it changed it from about a minute and a half all the way down to 6 hours. So say you want to do some slow-mo. You can see my clicker on the screen is definitely moving a lot slower. That's how you do slow motion. And so basically now you have your newly created video. I'm going to show you how to export it. Alright, so the last step is very easy. It's just exporting your video. Once you click export to wherever you want it, say how to GoPro, and then it just exports it. It might take a while. It takes anywhere from 10 seconds to 20 minutes plus, or 10 minutes to an hour, depending. Say you have a really long video, it could take like really long, but I'd say it takes about the amount of time, about how long your video is. But thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it if you made it this far. And please check out my website at Mindful Young Man. Simply just mindfulyoungman.com. Write a lot of blogs, and I'm starting to put tech tutorials on it, so just be aware. That could help you guys out greatly. But if you want to read some really interesting stuff on self-improvement, that's what I blog about every single day, and hope you enjoy it. I'll put a link to my website right here and in the description if you're on a mobile device. But yeah, see you next time.